Now the future of the Detroit Red Wings is in pretty good hands with Steve Yzerman fully in control. Now, of course, it may take some time, but most fans seem happy to see 19 leading the franchise once again, this time off the ice. Now, that also includes the guy he replaced. Ken Holland was back in town this week scouting for his new job, general manager of the Edmonton Oilers. Brad Galli, he caught up with Holland, who had some interesting things to say about his decision to leave.
Feels great to be back in Detroit. Lived here since 1994 and have a lot of incredible memories and met lots of great people. So looking forward to the challenge in Western Canada and in Edmonton. I'm excited about the opportunity, but certainly very thankful for the time that I've had with the Red Wings.
When you sat down with us at the end of the season and talked like you do so openly about the path of the Red Wings organization, did you expect at that point that we would be talking to you in a situation like this and you'd be working for another organization just a few months later?
You know what? I wasn't sure. I certainly knew that it was things were going to change in Detroit, but I wasn't sure where my path was going to take me. But obviously now I'm very excited.
When Steve Yzerman did step in and took over the job, was there a point that clicked for you that said, I've got to get out of here, or was it the situation in Edmonton that made you say, this is the open door that I need to walk through?
No, my first training camp in 1983 as a player was Steve's first camp, so I got a great relationship with Steve and I hold him in the highest regard. We were roommates at the Olympics in 2014 in Sochi. We both two little single beds across from one another 2 weeks, so I looked forward to working with Steve. Mr. and Miss Illich made an incredible offer for me to stay. And that was really what I was planning to do, was to stay. And I was excited about the rebuild in Detroit. I think we got, they've got a lot of good young players. They had a lot of picks. And, then this opportunity came up. I've got a relationship with Bob Nicholson, the president through Hockey Canada. He's actually born in Penticton. I'm from Vernon. They're 75 miles apart, little towns in Western Canada. So, between Bob Nicholson and you talked about Connor McDavid. I lived in Medicine Hat, Alberta for 10 years when I scouted for the Red Wings for 85. That was the glory years of the Edmonton Oilers. So I sort of watched them from 5-6 hours away. So eventually made a decision to leave, but I certainly was looking forward to working with Steve.
You have Connor McDavid on the roster that you inherit. I mean, there are a lot worse jobs in hockey than inheriting the best player in the game. How have you accepted the challenges around him and around that roster, but also knowing you've got him in your back pocket?
Well, it's got to happen on the ice, and obviously we've got a young superstar. Greatest young player in the game and one of the best players in the world, and I think, 22 years of age, so certainly excited to go to work. We got to build around him. Certainly Leon Draisaitl's a tremendous player too. We've got some other good young players, so there's a nice nucleus there, but got to do some work, got to build around it. I'm fortunate to be around Detroit. When you look at those teams that won championships, you obviously got to have that core of great players, but you need depth, you need lots of different dimensions, and but it starts with superstars, and certainly Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, it's an incredible core to build around.
Certainly interesting to hear him say "we" when he's talking about the Red Wings still. I'm sure that's a habit that he's going to have a hard time breaking working up there in Edmonton. But good luck to Ken. He was always fair to the media around, always opening his doors, opening his conversations, especially on game nights when he had a table in the media room with everybody else, and there was no problem walking up to him to say hello and a nice kind word. So good luck to him in Edmonton, but Red Wings, man, only a couple weeks away from them going up to training camp. Can you guys believe it? Where's the summer been? It's already gone. It's already out of here. All right, coming up next, a couple of your tweets using that hashtag 7SportsCave. Some questions that people are asking about the Tigers at the trade deadline. We'll get to those coming up next here on thefamilydeal.com 7SportsCave. Stick around.